What's your message to marquee fighters ending or approaching the end of their contract to come to BKFC?
You know, that's me. I am coming to the end of my contract. I have 2 fights left. This is a very, very exciting organization here. And for sure, you know, how could you not look to become a two-sport world champion and something as wild as a bare knuckle fighting organization? So, you know, we've got the money too. We've got the dough. This is big payouts here also. You know, big pay, big shows, big news, and, you know, a coveted world title in a wild and dangerous game. For any real fighter out there, that's all you want to hear, you know. Money, power, respect, and Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship has it all.
And we got a question from Marca, the most read Spanish newspaper here, sport newspaper. Their question is, why Spain for bare knuckle? Why Marbella? That's to you, Conor.
Sorry, go again?
The question is, why Spain for this event, and why did you choose Marbella?
You know, Marbella is an absolutely beautiful place. My first time being here. But I'm actually really taken back how beautiful it is outside. And, you know, the appetite for fighting out here is very, very, very big and growing. And like I said, no more so evident than that, you know, little nonsense YouTuber event that sold out a full arena, 80,000-seater, for 16-ounce gloves. You know, that's incredible. Imagine now we take off the gloves and we build this. We got a Spanish bull here, Franco. You know, he's fighting a Brooklyn dog here. You know, these 2 men are gonna rise up here and fight and throw down. We got Dan Chapman, who has a big following here. These are eyeing this up. Gentlemen, we have stadiums on the line here. Understand that? Myself and Feldman, we have stadiums here in Spain with a large appetite. That's what's on the line here for you. That's what's at stake here for you. The largest gate in combat sports history. The largest attendance in combat sports history. Do you want your name on that sheet? Yes, you do. So we're excited to see what October 12th brings. We know the gentlemen and the ladies on this card are going to bring it. And after that, you can rise up and be, you know, a stadium filler. And that, again, money, power, respect is what it's all about.
All right, we got a question. Justin Barrasso from Sports Illustrated for you, Conor. He says, you and David Feldman have such an excellent working relationship. What do you respect most about David, and why should UFC fans embrace the BKFC?
You know, he has such an incredible vision. I've heard multiple times they were not answering the phone, closing the door on David. He stuck with it. You know, he stuck with his guns. And, you know, he's an incredible man, a visionary, an absolute visionary. And we're all grateful for David up here. Media, press, fighters, the whole team here at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. David, you're some man, and I'm honored to be here alongside you. I have a big belief in what you're doing. And I back you all the way, brother. I absolutely back you all the way. You know, for me, my main thing, he's an absolutely incredible matchmaker. A really, truly incredible matchmaker. The matchmaking in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship throughout its young history has been stellar. Absolutely stellar. And, you know, long may it continue. So I'm very excited to be a part of it. And yup, Feldman, yup, boy.
All right. We got one from Generacion MMA, digital media here. In your opinion, Conor, what is different about a bare knuckle fighter who dares to fight with their modality? So what's different about a BKFC fighter compared to other athletes?
Oh my God, you know, they're different breed. It's a different breed to do this, you know? It really is. You've got to be a different breed of human being to enter into this business and into this promotion. And you know, a jab splits the skin in this. You're getting cut. You're getting opened up. It's going to be nasty. You've got to be skilled. You've got to be fast. You've got to be accurate. And you've got to be tough as they come. And, you know, the height of respect from all combat sport fighters. Every combat sport fighter in every space, boxing, MMA, whatever, kickboxing, you name it, will say not one word, not one bad word about a bare knuckler. And that's how straight. And that's a testament to what this game is. So, you know, it's why I'm tingling at the thought of getting into this, you know, so we're excited.
Conor, you know, you talk about the respect these combat sports athletes have for bare knuckle champions. Do you think then, as BKFC gets bigger and bigger, they will find it too hard to resist to not come over here and prove themselves to be these true warriors you speak of?
100%. You know, we've got the big events, we've got the big purses, and we've got big names. We've got big names, and we've got rising stars. And like I said, the trajectory for growth here at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is above and beyond anyone else. Other sports and organizations are almost at a peak of where they're at. We are just on this trajectory that is non-stop, and you want to be a part of this. Any real fighter, as I said earlier on, any real fighter wants their name on this dais. Any real fighter wants to carry that world title, to be a world Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship champion is an absolute incredible feat. And you know, that's it. It's just it's different. This game is different.
You know, for you personally, right, you've done so much in your career. You've fought, you're now promoting fights. You know, you conquered the movie industry. Is there anything else you're looking to do to bring yourself into the entertainment world and conquer as well?
No, you know, look, I was very close to my bout taking place. I was about 3 or 4 weeks out. I had a little lapse in concentration. I'm shit hot. I'm very, very good, and I mean that. And, you know, my accuracy will lend well into this sport. You take my gloves off, my speed and my accuracy will lend very well into this game. But, you know, I had that issue in the last fight, and I had to reschedule and postpone. I'm just looking forward to getting back into the octagon myself, you know, handling my business with the Ultimate Fighting Championship and seeing what the future holds. The future's bright for sure.
All right, Conor, we got one from Europa Press. It's a little bit of fantasy booking here. The question is, I think I already know the answer to this one, but who would win Ilia Topuria versus Conor McGregor in the BKFC in the squared circle?
You know, Ilia, a Spanish-Georgian lad, he's not bad. He's got, you know, he's a boxing-heavy style. He would certainly lend well in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. I'd slap him around. He's too small. You know, I'm a big lad compared to Ilia. But he's not bad. He's a current UFC world champion. And, you know, all of these guys, make no mistake about it, are looking at this. So, you know, if you're asking him, I'd be King Kong if you're asking me. You know what I'm saying? So, but it'd be exciting to see these crossover. And make no mistake about it now, this is a viable option. And in my opinion, the only option. I don't want to see, nor do I give a fuck about UFC fighters going to PFL or going to another promotion. You need to break it up. You need to mix it up. You need to come and try something new to really break into that next level of, you know, superstardom, of respect, of money, of power. And we have it all here at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. So I'm excited to see what type of fighters we get in. You know, we're talking about Yo Romero now coming over. That's a nasty Cuban man with, you know, big power. You've seen some of his knockouts in the Ultimate Fighting Championship against Luke Rockhold, one of the nastiest KOs you'll see in the sport. And I'd be very excited to see Yoel over, especially since the Cuban diaspora that we have in the company already, which was on full display at that last event. You know, your man Alberto Blas, the bantamweight champion, is a phenomenal Cuban. And the heavyweight, what's the heavyweight's name? El Zoyo, what's his nickname again?
Mick Terrell.
What? No, that's the British guy. We've got them from all over. The Cuban, the big Cuban heavyweight, 4-0. He's 4-0. What? What's his name again?
Perdomo.
Cordoba?
Perdomo.
Oh my God, this man is
bare
like
knuckle Mike Tyson.
Yeah, check this guy out. He's like a fridge freezer. He is. Yeah, he's a heavyweight Cuban. He's 4-0, and all of his knockouts are inside 1 minute. And he's called it. He said, "I'm going to knock them out in 1 minute. My training's the same. I'm going out and banging them out in 1 minute." Watch the guy train. I'm watching how these lads train. It's a different setup. It's a different sport. You've got to give it its respect. It demands its respect. And yeah, now I'm not wearing. I haven't worn gloves since I've came on board in the gym. That's how straight. I'm hitting the wooden wall my own self, getting ready. This is likely a lineup for me. And now, so
we got one final question, Conor. It's from Damon Martin at MMA Fighting. Everybody agrees that UFC is the biggest combat sport promotion, but do you believe BKFC is the clear number 2 ahead of PFL, Bellator, and other promotions?
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is the number 1 in the space by a mile. In its space by a mile. We are different. We are not like no one else in the space. So although UFC is at its peak and, you know, the mega company it is, and yes, number 1 in its category, we're number 1 in our category. So, you know, it's apples and oranges. We lend ourselves well to each other. And that's what I really like about it. And, you know, for me, Bare Knuckle right now is number 1 in the space, and there's no one close to it.
All right, Ladies and gentlemen, so that's going to wrap it up with questions for Conor. There may be opportunities for this later. That being said, folks, we are going to do the face-offs for our main event for BKFC 67. So don't go anywhere. Face-offs are next.